Why we chose to remain neutral and why the Iris ID is a sort of a neutral identifier is that it's the linchpin between a lot of different constituents in the market. So we work with everyone in the ecosystem, from publishers on one side to brands on the far other side of the spectrum, and everyone in between. And so we believe it's really important that companies that manage these identifiers are not sellers of media, they're not buyers of media, they're not ad platforms that are taking a position on transactions on one side or the other, and we're also not a data company. Right? We don't have a skin in the game in any of those categories. And so to sit across that many verticals, we believe you have to remain neutral and to be able to cater to all the constituents involved, whether it's a publisher who's providing us their first-party content data, which is their IP, and the sort of way in which we manage that relationship with the publisher is of the utmost importance, to us and the publisher. But at the same time, when a data company is analyzing the metadata and the information that we have on content and providing us their data, which again is their IP, then we have to manage the rights and sort of the security and confidentiality of that with the utmost of care as well. So I think if you're catering to that many different constituents, then you need a neutral party that's aligned on both sides of the table. So that's sort of our opinion and why we've gone the route we've gone. What are the benefits of that is that you can make it available everywhere. We work with publishers of all shapes and sizes, whether it's free ad-supported streaming channels or CTV apps or online video publishers, to sort of collect the data, analyze it, and create the Iris IDs. But we make those Iris IDs available in sell-side ad servers, in SSPs, in DSPs, in buy-side ad servers, so both sides of the market. So we believe that, again, if you're being a neutral platform, it's about how do you cater to all the different constituents, and then how do they look to use the data. And so the Iris ID was really built to help in all areas of the media cycle. So whether it's grabbing the Iris ID and informing the planning process between an agency and a publisher, whether it's a targeting use case, and again, that could be through a sell-side ad server, it could be through a DSP, and that's more the choice of the seller and the buyer than it is our choice. Our job is to service the use case more than it is to pick where the activation and the execution should function. So those are kind of the reasons why we chose to be neutral and why we think it's a benefit long term.